What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Armbar Nerds, the show where we talk about anything and everything under the sun. My name is Sid.
My name is John. What's up, folks?
Yep. Tim unfortunately could not make it today. He had something to take care of, I am guessing, so he wasn't able to make it. But it's just gonna be the two of us. So how have you been, John?
I'm doing okay. Enjoying this day off of work. Um,
Nice.
I've been binging My Hero Academia all day,
Oh
getting
wow.
pretty far along in the series.
Yeah. How's that going for you?
It is fantastic. The show got really, really good in season 3, and it's just continued to go up from there.
Nice. Yeah. So you got there's about 4 seasons, right? Or how many seasons are there? I haven't watched it
There's um
myself, but.
there's 4 seasons out right now, and season 4
Mhm.
is actually still going on. We're getting
Okay.
I don't know if it's going to be the last episode, but we are getting a new episode to Cartoon Network on the 24th. So that's this coming Sunday.
Oh,
So
nice.
I'm waiting to see what that's going to
Nice,
be.
nice. Yeah, like I've been just kind of binging like a variety of shows. Like my sister, she likes Supernatural, so I
Right.
sometimes like sneak in and watch that. On Disney Plus, we were watching because actually, yes, I know last time we were talking a little bit about like life on Mars and shit like that.
Right.
It was pretty cool because on Disney Plus they have National Geographic on it, and there it shows that about there was this whole episode about SpaceX and how Elon Musk is kind of trying to launch something into Mars
Right.
with a freaking rocket, and eventually we'll be able to send people there to populate Mars. So that was pretty cool. Like I thought that, you know, yeah, like the interplanetary travel and shit. That's awesome. But yeah, apart from that, I've been taking walks now these days because I mean, I know we can't really go out any. I know you can't go out and party with your friends and or whatnot, but it's a beautiful day outside, and I decided, on Friday, for example, I decided to make the most of it and just go out and just start walking, and it was just a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Um, you know, but yeah,
Is
like I mean, that's the thing. Yeah.
is Dallas, Texas not in the yellow zone yet?
So I think that from what I've seen on news headlines, I haven't been like reading, or I haven't been really reading the articles, but from what I'm saying, like there are some cases that have been popping up for the virus, but I don't know how bad it is yet.
Right.
So we'll see. But I know that like right now, obviously stores and stuff, they're obviously offering like delivery. Well, not delivery, like store pickup. You can just put your order online and you just go pick your stuff up from the store.
Yeah.
Contactless deliveries there. I know couple few nights the other day we ordered pizza. And I drove to Domino's, and I just was like, I had to call them like, hey, I'm just here to pick up my order, and that's how we did it. So yeah, I mean that they're still taking like precautions and stuff like that to make sure that we're not being in contact as much. But um, I know that they're trying to open up at like 25% capacity or
Yeah.
whatever. I don't know when, which stores are doing that, and also I don't know you know how helpful to the situation it'll be. I mean, I get it. The economy is going to be in shambles now because of this whole thing, and we
Right.
need to get it back up. But you know, we have to also worry about the safety of the people. So it's kind of, in my opinion, it's kind of like a catch 22 on that in that end. But
Exactly.
yeah, so
Yeah.
yeah. But what about over there in Pittsburgh?
Well, here we are actually we are now at the yellow zone as far as like lockdown is concerned,
Oh
which
shit.
means we are at the point where it's a little more open,
Hmm.
and like we're back up to where we can have gatherings of people up to 25 people
Okay, that's
instead
not
of
bad.
it was like you couldn't have more than 5.
Yeah,
So
I think
getting
for us it
back
was like 10,
yeah,
but
getting back to some even
semblance of normalcy.
minuscule, yeah, semblance of normalcy. And
Yeah,
like everything that you see right now, it's just people in these counties and cities that are hitting the yellow zone that seem to think that that means that the whole thing is over, and
it's not.
it's not at all.
Unfortunately, it's over when we have a vaccine. That's
Yeah,
when it's over.
exactly.
Yeah. Please vaccinate your kids.
Please.
Please. Yeah, I know there's people like, well, I don't want to vaccinate, put no daggone man-made chemicals in my child's body. I got Jesus. You know,
And like, and
whatever.
especially if you happen to be a man whose name rhymes with rump, who's decided
Jesus.
to he's going to start taking a drug that has been shown to have no effect on the coronavirus. So that's
Mm.
probably a good thing to do, right?
I mean, I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. I don't see. The thing is, the only people I'm listening to are like the experts and the
Yeah,
people who actually know what the hell they're doing. And I don't care who's in the White House telling me, oh, well,
right.
take this new drug or take this super duper missile, wherever the
Yeah.
fuck that is,
It
and
seems like
whatever.
that Dr. Sanjay Gupta has somewhat of a handle on things. But
Okay, I haven't heard his stuff, but
the only person that I'm listening to still right now is Cuomo from New York. He seems to know
I'm not even
something.
listening to him. I'm listening
Yeah,
to Dr. Fauci at this point.
Dr. Fauci. So
Dr. Fauci,
getting
man.
away from that, let's talk about
Yeah,
some other
yeah, yeah.
recent news that came out.
Fun
Have
stuff.
have you heard anything about what happened to Shad Gaspard?
Yeah. Oh my God. He's missing.
Yeah. Now,
Yeah.
it's no secret we're wrestling fans. So when I saw
Yeah.
that something was going on there, I was like, "What the hell was this?" And
Yeah.
like, so he's missing after visiting a newly reopened beach, and it says here Gaspard was last seen at Marina Del Rey Beach and Venice Beach, and his wife, Siliana, said on her Instagram, if you've seen him, please call 911 or DM family. And
Shit.
the same message appeared on the wrestler's Instagram. Photos showed
Mm.
Gaspard in a swimsuit on the beach. So authorities in LA told CNN that they're actively searching for a swimmer after he was pulled out to sea by a rip current on
Oh wow.
Sunday afternoon. So this happened yesterday.
Jesus. Okay.
And
Wow.
apparently he had saved his child. So
Hmm.
if something happens to him, he went out a hero, I'd say.
Yeah. I mean, but hey, I mean, thoughts and prayers to
Definitely.
his family and whatnot. I mean,
I
it's
did hear,
yeah.
unfortunately, that the Coast Guard today called off the search.
Oh shit.
So
Okay. Yeah. That sucks.
not sure
I mean,
what
that
that
does.
means at this point, but
Right.
I'm sure
Yeah.
we'll find something. And
Yeah. Anyway. Yeah.
while we're already sad, let's talk about Fred Willard, who passed away.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Rest in peace.
That was insane. And Jerry Stiller.
Yeah. Ben Stiller's dad.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
We lost
Yeah.
a
In
few
22. I
celebrities
saw.
this week.
Shit, yeah. I saw a meme the other day. I think I shared it with you guys. But it was said
Probably.
we need huh? Yeah, it said that Samuel L. Jackson needs to narrate 2020. We love Morgan Freeman, but
Yeah.
2020 requires the use of the word motherfucker multiple
Oh
times.
yeah.
And yeah, no, I agree with that. So that was fun, but yeah, I mean, I saw a couple of Chuck Norris memes though with the coronavirus and
Yeah.
everything. Those were fun though. Like they're not too many, but they were still fun. There was like something like the coronavirus got infected Chuck Norris, and now it's in quarantine for 2 weeks or something like that.
Right.
That's a little bit of fun, around these times. That's the whole thing. Speaking of the sea, I don't mean to you know make light of the situation with
Yeah.
with the whole missing things. But I know we were talking a little bit, and you were mentioning a little bit about cryptids and like the Loch Ness monster and stuff like that.
Yeah,
You
we
know,
were
were
talking
you?
about that in our DMs
Yeah,
this past week.
yeah. We slid into each other's DMs talking about that.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
Did you hear
what do you
about the
want to talk
Loch Ness
about there,
monster?
huh?
Yeah, I know the Loch Ness monster. You seem to have been reading up on cryptids and shit like that. And I was actually, yeah. Go
Yeah,
ahead. Why don't you talk about it first?
the quarantine boredom has completely taken
Hmm.
over, and I'm
Oh
at the
yeah.
point where I
I
decided
mean,
to.
dude, I made a TikTok. That should
Yeah.
show you how bored I am. So follow me. It's at I'm not the singer. I am not the singer.
Yeah.
If you're interested, so check it out.
Tell you what else I've been watching. I've been watching. I just recently got into We Bear Bears,
Okay.
well known Cartoon Network show.
Okay.
So I'm watching that. Watching My Hero Academia. I'm continuing Gravity Falls. Which
Oh
speaking of
yeah.
cryptids,
I
which
got into
speaking of
that.
cryptids, Gravity Falls is a good show
Hmm.
if you're into cryptozoology.
Yeah.
Um, so do you know of any mythical creatures that are around your place of residence?
In Texas, there not so much right now, but I do know there was like one urban legend. So I used to work at this amusement park,
Yeah.
and unfortunately, it's shut down now. But it was like I describe it as like the redneck version of Six Flags, because that's literally what it was. It was a bunch
Hilarious.
of old redneck dudes and operating rides, and they were all like former Air Force or former Navy or whatever, and
Right.
that's awesome. And like no, literally, I would freaking go to like one of the people. He operated like the spooky ride or whatever. He was in the Navy, and
Yeah.
he's like, well, boy, let me tell you, boy, you know why I joined the Navy? I was like, why? He's like, because I didn't want to sleep in the fucking foxhole. I was like, all right, you
Hilarious.
know. Yeah, I mean, no, they were cool guys. They're all a bunch of cool people. But I remember one time I had to help with. They had this little train ride, and I had to. Well, I didn't operate it. The older gentleman was, but I was there, kind of helping out. And he would tell this story because there was like this. You pass this tree, and it's like twisted. You know, the trunk is like completely like twisted. Apparently, a tornado was there, and it came and it just uprooted that tried to uproot that sucker, but it just ended up just twisting it all together. I don't know how true that is, but that's pretty interesting for me. There's no like, unfortunately, we haven't seen like freaking Bigfoot over here.
Yeah.
I think he'd
Well,
freaking,
do
I think he'd get cooked over here, man. Like all that
you
fur and
have?
shit.
Well, does Texas have a lot of like forests and whatnot? I'd
Texas,
imagine you
no,
do. No.
yeah,
Well,
but there a
maybe not
lot.
around. Maybe not in Dallas,
No, not in
but
Dallas, but
like,
like on the countryside, I would imagine. We have a lot of it is like a lot of plains, because Texas is big on agriculture. That's one thing. So we have a lot of
yeah,
farmland. If that's something if that's your jam. Hey, Texas A&M, they have a huge, great agricultural program for all the students. Agriculture, engineering, all that good stuff. So, yeah, I mean, we have a lot of vegetation. We have a lot of agriculture. We have a lot of what else do we have? Yeah, a lot of plain land. If you go down to the countryside, you'll see that it's a lot more greenery than you see over here for sure in the city.
right.
So yeah, I mean, we have farmlands and shit, and yeah, but we
Well,
don't have like
I'd say,
mythical
well,
creatures here.
down near the border into Texas, I would say, or the border into Mexico, I should say. But on the Texas side, you might have a good chance of spotting the elusive chupacabra, the
I
goat,
was just about to say the
yeah,
chupacabra. Yeah,
the goat killer.
the chupacabra.
Here in
You know,
Pennsylvania,
yeah.
we
Go ahead.
have here in Pennsylvania we have many like possible cryptid type creatures because
Interesting.
a lot we have a pretty rich like Native American history here in PA
Okay.
and pretty much all along the East Coast.
Mm-hmm.
So
Oh shit.
and like Pennsylvania, once you get out of like the big cities in Pennsylvania, it's
Mm-hmm.
all fucking woods. Like
Oh yeah,
that's
yeah,
what
yeah.
we have. We got fields and fields of corn and just like down home country folks. So we have a lot of cryptid stories.
Oh well,
Um,
I was just looking up an article right now for cryptids in Texas, which I'll share
okay,
after you finish
yeah,
your story.
like we have so in northern Pennsylvania, so nowhere near me because I'm like the bottom most west corner of Pennsylvania is where Pittsburgh is.
Okay.
Um, northern Pennsylvania in the hemlock forests, there's a creature known as the squonk,
Huh.
which is like so he looks like so the legend holds that the creature's skin is ill-fitting and he's
Okay.
covered in like warts and blemishes and that and so he looks sort of like a warthog,
Mm-hmm.
so that's something to look at. And like down here western Pennsylvania we have a pretty famous legend of the thunderbird,
Okay. That sounds
which
cool.
is so the thunderbird is actually a Native American legend. And if you look up pictures of what a thunderbird is supposed to be, what you'll find is you'll find a lot of totem poles because it's like it's a well-known Native American legend, right?
Okay.
And I actually have a story about a time that I myself saw
Ooh.
what would be described by them in the legend as a thunderbird. Because
Okay.
the actual animal that the thunderbird is based on is a golden eagle.
Okay.
So me and my mom, we took a trip to uh, to Evans City, PA. Right now,
Right.
Evans City, you might know because you're a movie guy, is very famously the filming location of Night of the Living Dead.
Oh, okay. Nice.
So that's right here in Pennsylvania, Evans City, just a 45-minute drive away from Pittsburgh. And we're
Nice.
driving there. We went and saw, and I'm actually going to share my screen with you here, actually, so
Okay.
you can see what we saw.
Oh, you
Um,
took a picture.
well, no, I didn't take a picture, but I pulled up a picture of the golden eagle, and it's what we saw. So a golden eagle, it's just a bald eagle, except it's all brown. There's no white on it at all.
Okay.
So that's it.
Huh. Okay.
That bird right there. That's what we saw. So this thing, I'll tell you,
Yeah. Ooh.
that picture. Why do you gotta do this?
Start your free trial
Start your free
for
trial
two
to go
pounds.
get
What the hell?
the New York
Freaking
Times.
golden eagle.
It's a
Yeah.
newspaper.
Yeah.
Oh, and there goes the table. Kick the shit out of it. There
Oh, there goes the balls again.
it goes. Yep. So, uh,
That's pretty cool though. They
legend
look nice.
legend of the Thunderbird. I'll bring this up
Thunderbird.
if I can type ever.
It just sounds cool though, like the Thunderbird. That
Oh,
reminds me of
it's
like
an awesome
freaking.
name.
It's like freaking Zapdos from Pokemon, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the Thunderbird is a North American Indian mythology, a powerful spirit in the form of a bird. By its work, the earth was watered and vegetation grew. Lightning was believed to flash from its beak, and the beating of its wings was thought to represent the rolling of thunder. It was often
Oh wow.
portrayed with an extra head on its abdomen. So the
Okay.
bird that we saw did not have an extra head growing out of its stomach, unfortunately. But
Aw.
I'll tell you, the thing was massive. Looking at a picture of it does not do it justice. Um,
Okay.
it had a wingspan about that would be as wide as my arms go.
Oh, damn.
And this thing, we're driving down the street. If the windows in our car were down, I would have shit my pants because I can't imagine the sound that this thing made when it took off. Because it was, we didn't see it until it was flying over us. Because we're driving
Okay.
down the road, and I guess it was chilling like at the bottom of a hill. Because we're on the
Okay.
road and there's like a grassy hill that goes down,
Right.
and this thing just comes up over the car and it's just flying. And
Damn.
so what we saw was a golden eagle, because of course
Okay.
that's what it's based on, but that is uh
The Thunderbird.
what historically the Thunderbird is described as looking like.
Okay. Nice. So, okay. So, as I mentioned, I pulled up a couple of cryptids from my neck of the woods, Dallas, Texas.
Yeah.
I'll share my screen if you don't, if that's
Let me see.
host disabled attendee screen sharing. Come on, dude. No, it's all
I
good.
don't know how to.
It's okay. It's okay.
do
Don't.
that.
No worries.
Oh wait,
I
go
won't
for it.
share my.
All right, go.
Okay, cool.
No, do it.
There you go.
Can you tell it's my first time using Zoom?
Yeah, no, it's all good. All right, can you see it?
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah. Yeah, come buy your guns in Texas. No, anyway.
Come by your
No.
guns.
Yeah. Hey, man, you look. I live in Texas. We
They
love
took
that
our
shit.
guns.
Damn, there you go.
That's a pretty sweet Papa John's ad you got there.
Oh yeah, Papa John's. two or more for $6. I still like Domino's better. Anyway, so there's a lot of Texas. There are some cryptids. I mean, I would think just because it's so many freaking, like you said, a lot of forest area, there'd be so many cryptids. But there's
Right.
one called the Bear King of Marble Falls. The story of the Bear King is based on both Kickapoo Indian folklore of a 1901 and a 1901 newspaper article printed in the Washington Bee for the Kickapoos. That's an interesting name. The Bear King was a creature that ruled over and protected them from bears. As for its appearance in Marble Falls, the report from the Washington Bee describes a young woman being carried off by a hairy, human-like creature that ran very fast on all fours. That sounds a lot like Bigfoot.
Yeah.
According to report,
Well,
the young woman.
Bigfoot doesn't walk on all fours.
That's true. Oh, hey, you don't know? Have you seen Bigfoot?
No.
Yeah.
I've seen pictures.
So what if he does? But I mean, hairy human-like creature.
He's bipedal as
Bigfoot's
fuck.
human-like. Huh?
He's bipedal as fuck.
True. Whatever. But young woman Rami R. Land was held captive and beaten by the beast. Oh Jesus, bestiality. All right. Allegedly, the beast. I mean, yeah, it says was held captive and beaten by the beast.
Yeah.
Yeah. Allegedly, the beast promptly fell asleep, and Arlen promptly escaped, and she returned to town with this tale. Many cryptozoologists believe the Bear King to be a Bigfoot-type creature. See, I told you. Or unknown species of great ape. Interesting. But
okay,
now,
I got it here. I'm looking at number 2 on your screen there.
Okay,
you gotta tell me. You gotta tell me about the Donkey Lady of San Antonio.
All right, let's look at that. The story of the Donkey Lady, as it is known, is part ghost story, part urban legend, and part cryptozoology mystery.
Oh my!
There are many different versions of the tale. Here are the basics. A woman was trapped in a firehouse. Some versions say her husband started the fire and she was trapped inside with her kids, yet others mark the culprit as a young rich kid who was hassled by the woman's donkey. So a mob of the young man's affluent friends set fire to the barn, and the woman was burned trying to save the donkey. In either case, she was horribly mutilated in the fire. Ever since, people have reported hearing strange noises and seeing a ghastly figure in the Elm Creek area of South San Antonio. There are even reports of the figure jumping on the hood of people's cars, leaving off-hood-like dents. That's holy shit. I don't want to go to San Antonio anymore.
That's interesting, though.
Yeah, it is interesting. I think. Yeah, but more interesting is you can go buy your guns at guns.com.
No one can see this advertisement that you're looking at.
I know. But like, it's literally.
I do love that it's advertised as the easiest place to buy guns online.
Yeah, exactly.
You can tell that
Yeah.
your web page is coming from Texas.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, buddy.
The
Look at
Beast
this
of
shit
Bear
right here.
Creek. More bears?
Bears. We love
The
bears, I
Beast
guess.
of Bear Creek originates in the small town
Yeah,
of
go ahead.
Clio in Kimball County. The story goes that an old Native American shaman who lived in the area knew how to shapeshift. As revenge or punishment towards the white settlers who slaughtered his tribe and stole his people's land, at night, the shaman would turn himself into a giant wolf like creature and roam the countryside at night in a bloodlust, killing livestock and any unfortunate settler that happened to be outside after dark. Cryptozoologists speculate that this creature could be also Sasquatch or Bigfoot or another undiscovered species, whereas biologists speculate this creature could have been a black bear or panther that had wandered outside of its normal home range. Now, a
Okay.
black bear I could see, but a panther I could not. Because if they're saying this thing walks on two legs, black
Right.
bears do that. Panthers don't do that.
Yeah, but he turned himself into a wolf, and that sounds a lot like a werewolf.
It sounds like a werewolf, and werewolves have been held down and like shunned in this world. And the second that we have a real werewolf, they're calling it, oh, it's got to be either a Sasquatch or a Bigfoot. No, it's a fucking werewolf. Let it be who
Right.
it is.
Yeah, I remember there was like this horror movie where these werewolves dressed up like these really hot girls, and like freaking, they would seduce a bunch all these teenage boys, and then like they'd take them to this private place and rip off their skins to reveal that they're werewolves, and
Good
they would
God.
kill the boys. That's fucking crazy.
They would kill the
I didn't
boys.
watch the movie, but I know what it is. Oh, the Black Panthers. There you go, Wakanda forever.
Black Panthers.
oh, oh
Now, you
shit.
can't see this, but it is just a picture of a cat. So this says in Texas, both
Yeah.
sightings and stories of roaming wild black panthers abound. The hill country is no exception. Per biology, black panthers are not a known species. While cryptozoologists are searching for specimens to verify if this is a new species of big cat, biologists have a few other explanations. One is that these could be jaguars that have migrated upwards from Central America. Another common explanation is that people are seeing jaguar jaguarundis,
Jaguarundus.
jaguarundis, which are cats often dark in color and have been known to migrate from South Texas to the hill country. Are these
Hmm.
black cats a new species or simply just a case of misidentification? Until we know for sure, the sightings will continue.
Yeah, find out on the next exciting episode. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, giant alligators from Lake Travis. Now, this, I would think this would be somewhere in like
Find,
Louisiana.
find out on the next episode of These Are Just Animals.
Yeah. By the way, I met that guy. I met him before.
Who?
The guy who does the find out on the next exciting episode of Dragon Ball Z, Kyle
Oh,
A.
really?
Bear. Yeah, I met him. He at a convention. He was super chill, man. Like like I follow if you follow him on Twitter and Instagram,
Yeah,
like he literally is just tweeting some funny ass shit that his wife says. And it's the
that's fun.
best thing. Yeah,
That's cool.
yeah. I hope you know. In case you were wondering, my sister brought me like chai from downstairs, or tea, which is what it is.
I wasn't.
How apropos that I'm drinking tea and we are spilling some ginormous tea over here. Anyway,
Are we spilling tea?
I don't know. I'm not using it properly now, am I?
I don't.
Anyway, all right. Last one from Texas: giant alligators in Lake Travis. Tales of giant gators in Texas are nothing new.
If I kick
Of
this
course
table
not.
one more time, I'm ending this call.
Oh fuck! Oh my god! No, please don't. In Southeast Texas, it is not
I'm mad at
uncommon for
myself.
gators to hunt. Okay, please don't be mad at yourself. Yeah. So in Southeast Texas, it is not uncommon for gator hunters to bag 13-foot lizards during the hunting season. But in Lake Travis, it's agreed that Lake Travis is not a native habitat for alligators. The story goes that a local man released hundreds of baby alligators into the lake once upon a time. What a dick. Many people purport, what the hell? That these babies have
Purport
grown into
is
monster
a word.
sizes.
Purport is like
Okay.
uh the purport refers to like hearsay.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like they're saying this is what happened, but we can't call it a report because we don't know if they're telling the truth. So that's purport.
Oh, okay. Oh, there you go. Listen to
It's
Armbar
like
Nerds to get
saying
educated.
it's like saying people claim that these babies
Right. Okay. Hey, see, look, that's why you should listen to Armbar Nerds. You'll learn something new.
you'll
You know,
you'll learn words
freaking
with me, that's for sure.
words with John. Anyway, uh,
Because I know
more. These
words.
babies
I
have
have the
grown to
best
monster
words.
size. That's right. Grown to monster sizes and have been lurking in and around the lake for years. Now they are full-grown giants hungry for swimmers. No specimen of giant proportions have ever been confirmed. Although smaller gators have been captured or fished from the lake, most of these have been confirmed as released pets no bigger than 5 feet. Now, I do have to say there
Yeah.
is, and this is a real thing in India, in Bengal, there are giant tigers that primarily their primary food is human beings.
Huh.
So they have been dubbed as man eaters, and there are people specifically hired to go and hunt these tigers down. So that was pretty. I thought that was fascinating. You know.
Right.
So yeah, I mean, but it sounds like that right here, like because people are actually hunting. Yeah, you can stop. Yeah, I don't need the screen sharing anymore.
Okay.
But yeah, people like hunting these animals because they're a detriment to the human population. So yeah, I mean that was pretty interesting, but it did remind me of that, the whole gator thing.
Yeah. So
But yeah,
we're not going to dwell on cryptozoology much longer, but you
yeah,
can't you can't end any conversation on cryptozoology without mentioning two specific creatures.
hmm
Uh, Arguably, so the one that everybody knows is Bigfoot, right? But there are two specific creatures that are, other than Bigfoot and the Loch Ness monster, arguably the most well known and most famous cryptids, right? So
yeah.
if I were to say a cryptid in West Virginia, what
hmm
comes to mind? Do you know the story?
Cryptid in West Virginia.
Yeah.
Damn, no,
Oh,
no.
Siddharth, are you telling me that you do not know the story of the legendary Mothman?
Oh, yeah, that sounds familiar. I just know Mothra from the
Yes.
Godzilla. Yeah, the Mothman. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So,
Yeah, he came over for coffee last night. No, I'm kidding.
oh, did it?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Did you like his glowing red eyes?
Yeah, they were interesting. I was kind of drawn to them
So,
quite a
the
bit.
Mothman, right?
hmm
The Mothman is a creature reportedly seen in the Point Pleasant, West Virginia area from November 12th, 1966 to December 15th, 1967. The
hmm
first newspaper report, this made it to the newspaper. It
Uh-huh.
got so, like, it got spread so rapidly that it made it to the newspaper. And
hmm
also, there was a book written in 1975 called The Mothman Prophecies, claiming that
Okay.
there were supernatural events related to the sightings and a connection to the collapse of the Silver Bridge. Now, the Silver Bridge was an I-bar chain suspension bridge built in 1928 and named for the color of its aluminum paint, right?
Okay.
So the bridge went over the Ohio River, connecting Point Pleasant. It went over the Ohio River, connecting Point Pleasant, West Virginia, to Gal- Galapagos. Galapagos. Galapagos.
Galapagos.
No, not Galapagos.
Okay.
Galapagos, Ohio.
Oh, okay, okay.
December 15th, 1967, the Silver Bridge collapsed under the weight of rush hour traffic, resulting in the deaths of 46 people. Two of the
Ooh.
victims were never found. Investigation of the wreckage pointed to the cause of the collapse being the failure of a single eye bar in a suspension chain due to a small defect just 2.5 millimeters deep.
Wow.
That's 1/10 of an inch. A mistake that small brought the whole bridge down.
Jeez.
Analysis showed that the bridge was
It's
carrying
crazy.
much heavier loads than it had originally been designed for
hmm
and had been poorly maintained. The collapsed bridge was replaced by the Silver Memorial Bridge, which was completed in 1969 and remains there to this day. Now,
Okay.
if you scroll down to the in pop culture thing here, you will see the photograph that so many people, anybody that's remotely into cryptozoology has seen this photo.
Okay.
So
You go ahead, share your screen.
I will. There is a famous
Making me
photo
curious now.
that
Genuinely.
reportedly shows, and now I am going to say reportedly because it's never been like confirmed.
Right.
But open image in new tab. Let's go. Work with me. Come
Yeah, a
on.
lot of these cryptids you do have to take with a pinch of salt, but
Yeah.
well, all of them at this
So
point, but
you're seeing this now.
yeah. Oh wow.
So this photo, this is the Silver Bridge.
Okay.
Now, this picture was taken in 2003.
Hmm.
This is actually a picture of the Silver Memorial Bridge, the one that's there now. But in the
Right.
photo, you can see that there, right?
Yes.
In the photo,
So the little head.
this is not working. So
There you go.
the circle there, you can see there, and we will drop a link to this photo in the description on YouTube here, so that
Yeah.
people can see it, look for themselves, right? Um,
Yeah. And maybe on Anchor too. I can
yeah.
do that.
So
Perhaps.
in the circle there, you can
Hmm.
see that I'm actually going to turn my custom cursor off so you're not looking at Peridot's head. So you can see we've got a body and a head and
Yeah.
looks like wings.
Look. Yeah. Looks like wings. Yeah.
Not something that you would see normally on a person.
Yeah.
And
Unless you're at Comic Con, but
what would a person be doing climbing a goddamn bridge in the first place?
mm, that is true. It's a good question.
And I believe there might even be video of the collapse.
Really.
There might be. And you'll be able to see it going crazy.
Oh, whoa. Yeah, I see that.
Yeah, how it's like waving and shit like that.
Yeah. Oh
Yeah.
my God.
Can you imagine being there and what that
Mm,
would look like?
no.
Now, everyone and their mother has heard the tale of the evil, the murderous legend of the Jersey Devil.
Yeah, I've heard of the Jersey Devil. I don't know
The
too much
Jersey
about it, but
Devil, Southern New Jersey, obviously,
hmm
a most legendary creature. So legendary that it is the nation's only known state demon. So it is the official state animal of New Jersey.
wow.
It's the state demon of New Jersey. And so popular that the hockey team named themselves after it.
Yeah. That's what I thought. I was like, isn't there a sports team named the
Yeah,
Devils, Jersey
the
Devils?
Jersey Devils. That's the hockey team. So the story, the most well-known and most popular origin is the story of Old Mother Leeds. Old Mother
Okay.
Leeds' 13th child. Now, that was all that I had to look at. I just had to remember the name because I know the story.
Okay.
So, the story goes
Excuse me.
that Old Mother Leeds was in a loveless marriage.
Mm-hmm.
Poor bitch had 12 kids, didn't want kids in the first place, gets pregnant with a 13th child.
Okay.
She screams while in labor, she screams out loud because keep in mind, she does not want this kid. I hope this one is not a human. Let this one be a devil. The baby comes and it looks normal, looks like a person.
Okay.
Not minutes later, not minutes later, the thing, and that's the picture that you're seeing there. So
Yeah.
it grows these horse-like arms,
Mm-hmm.
grows like this goat-style head, wings sprout from its back, and it gets these cloven hooves. And that is where the Jersey Devil story starts with Old Mother
Mm-hmm.
Leeds. This is from a drawing from 1909.
Okay.
Is what that picture is. So
Oh
we will
wow.
drop a link to that picture as well, obviously.
Yeah.
So
We'll just put them on YouTube. I don't know how we can
yeah,
do it on Anchor yet, but
you can put links in the description on Anchor.
oh yeah, you
Yeah,
can.
you can.
So yeah, just we'll put it
So
on Anchor as well.
there have been many claims of sightings and occurrences involving the Jersey Devil. According to legend, while visiting the Hanover Mill Works to inspect his cannabis being or his cannonballs being forged. So to inspect
It's
his
cannabis.
cannonballs, that's what I think when I see that now. That's what everybody's
Right.
talking about. Everybody talks about marijuana. So
Right.
uh, to inspect his cannonballs being forged, Commodore Stephen Decatur,
Decatur. Yeah.
Decatur sighted
Yeah.
a flying creature and fired a cannonball directly upon it to no effect.
Wow.
Joseph Bonaparte, elder brother of Napoleon Bonaparte, uh, if you don't know who Napoleon Bonaparte is, you failed history class, is also claimed to have seen the Jersey Devil while hunting on his border town estate about 1820. During
Jeez.
1840, the Jersey Devil was blamed for several livestock killings. Similar attacks were reported during 1841, accompanied by tracks and screams.
Okay.
In Greenwich, during December 1925, a local farmer shot an shot an unidentified animal as it attempted to steal his chickens, and then photographed the corpse. Afterwards, he claimed that none of 100 people he showed it to could identify it. On July 27, 1937, an unknown animal with red eyes, seen by seen by residents of Downingtown, Pennsylvania, was compared to the Jersey Devil by a reporter for the Pennsylvania Bulletin of July 28, 1937. In 1951, a group of Gibbston, New Jersey boys claimed to have seen a monster matching the devil's description, and claims of a
Mm-hmm.
corpse matching the Jersey Devil's description arose in 1957. During 1960, tracks and noises heard near Mays Landing were claimed to be from the Jersey Devil. During the same year, the merchants around Camden offered a $10,000 reward for the capture of the Jersey Devil, even offering to build a private zoo to house the creature when if it was captured.
Damn.
Now,
Now I gotta say this. I'm surprised that there's still like because the origins of the Jersey Devil sounds very apt for like a horror movie.
right.
I'm surprised they haven't made one out of the Jersey Devil. I think it would be so perfect
Yeah.
for that.
Now we're
You
not even
know.
going to get into the sightings from 1909 because
Right.
it keeps going from there.
Yeah.
So I do not know of any cryptid or cryptozoology creature or legend that has had more sightings than the Jersey Devil.
Hmm. So it could very well be something that's out there.
Could be
You know.
something, some kind of animal that's like fucked up, or I don't know.
It is. It is. I mean, it's got
Yeah,
like yeah.
definitely
I
doesn't look
mean,
normal.
yeah. Now, I'll be honest with you. Like, I was after you kind of started talking a little bit about cryptids on like our group chat.
Yeah,
I went ahead and I was looking into some literature. Not really into cryptids, but I was looking into Lovecraftian horror. Now,
yeah,
again, I'm not a big horror fan. I cannot watch a freaking horror movie to save my life. Maybe psychological horror, but I can't watch like the shit where a human being transforms into something that's not human. I
yeah.
can't watch that. Okay, call me a pussy, whatever the freaking hell you want. I don't watch that shit. That's just not my. It's not my bag, as they say, or not
This
my cup
might
of tea.
surprise you, actually. This might surprise you because I'm kind
Hmm.
of I'm kind of known as the deathmatch guy in our
Right.
wrestling group. That's the type of
Yeah.
wrestling that I like. But I don't really dig like the gory horror movies. Like I don't really like Saw. I don't
Really?
like
Okay.
I don't like I I don't like the gore for the sake of gore movies.
Yeah, there has to be like a reason
Yeah.
for the blood and guts.
Now
I
what were you
get
saying
that.
about the Lovecraft stuff?
Yeah, so I was just looking into some stuff. And there's a lot that you can check it out online on YouTube and everything.
Oh yeah.
Um, I was reading about, of course, like Cthulhu, obviously, and everything.
Right.
The thing with Cthulhu, he only appears in. There are several stories in the. I'm just gonna call it the Lovecraftian universe. You know, like the Marvel Cinematic Universe, shit like that. But there have been several movies. There was even a video game called Call of Cthulhu. That was the basis of. That's exactly kind of what started it all. The whole story was that there is a cult that wants to awaken this creature called Cthulhu. It is 100 meters tall. I don't know how the height it is in feet.
Right.
He has, I mean, for those who don't know, I mean, he basically is like has an octopus head and claws and wings growing
Yeah,
out of his
he
back.
looks like
You know,
his face looks like Davy Jones from Pirates of the Caribbean.
yeah, I was just about to say Davy
Yeah.
Jones, and basically, you know, a lot of in the stories, he would basically just come in and to see bear people who were in the sea. If they saw him, they would. If you see him, apparently you go insane. And apparently, followers of his basically drink like something called Cthulhu's milk or something like that. And it's like this black liquid that if you ingest it, first of all, you basically that's basically it's like body horror type shit that happens. You
Right.
transform very disgustingly transform into something different, but apparently it gives you more intelligence. Um, Now that it basically kind of reminds me of like the Mind Flare, not from Stranger Things, but from Baldur's Gate, because I was watching a trailer for Baldur's Gate where a Mind Flare takes over a man's body, his body slowly decays, and out of it comes a Mind Flare, and it kind of reminds me of that. And the Mind Flare itself looked like Cthulhu, so that was interesting. And I've also learned that a lot of the Lovecraftian literature wasn't all written by H.P. Lovecraft. It was written by several other authors.
Hmm.
There are people like there are certain creatures. Now I don't know the complete history of all of them, but like there are creatures like Nyarlathotep and Yog Sothoth. That's the name. And oh my God, my mouth just is whatever. And Cthulhu
Some of these
has a
names, like,
daughter named.
yeah,
Yeah, they're all
like
alien
your
names.
mouth refuses to say the words
Yeah,
because they
exactly.
don't. Your mouth
Yeah,
is like, this isn't speech. What you're trying to say.
this isn't
Stop.
what. Yeah, this isn't human. Yeah. So that, and then like apparently he has a daughter named Cthulhu. She's like the forgotten. She's like the estranged daughter of Cthulhu. So it's a
Cathilla.
lot of creatures. Yeah, there's a lot of creatures out there, and the funny part is that a lot of them are not written by Lovecraft. They're written by other authors.
That's interesting.
Lovecraft basically, yeah, he just kind of laid the groundwork with Call of Cthulhu, and which itself is just a short story, um, which basically has been made into adaptations and movies and games. And even if you play the video game Terraria, Cthulhu is a boss in that game. So I've never played it myself. I kind of want to now, but yeah. But like I remember one time I had a weird dream about Cthulhu. Like
Yeah.
there's a story about like it was like this lady. She's literally like about to go for a swim, and then like these tentacles just came and grabbed her, and she disappeared. Like that was the story. That was the
Well, how
dream
does
that I
she
had
know
in
that
my
wasn't
head.
a kraken?
I have no idea,
Could
but
have been either.
yeah, could have been either. But but like I think it just I heard like it was like a guttural roar that I heard,
Yeah.
and yeah, I know that could have been a kraken too, but it felt a little bit more like something that Cthulhu might do.
Yeah.
There's also a movie now called Underwater that with Kristen Stewart, and it's basically a horror movie with people trapped in a submarine. It's basically Alien in a submarine,
Hmm.
so you can imagine. And they say that there's a lot of Lovecraftian inspiration that came from there. So those are some interesting tidbits that I was finding out as I was reading about some of these different creatures, and just this whole cosmic horror. Like, I'm just freaking scared of going sailing now. That's all
Right.
it did for me.
I was
But
never I never wanted to start sailing. That wasn't a thing that I was feeling.
yeah, yeah.
So I'd say we
How
got
long have you been
about
going, dude?
we've been going 50 minutes. We have about 8 minutes left to hit the perfect 1 hour mark. So
Okay.
coming to the end here.
Hmm.
So we talked about anime a little bit,
A
what
little
TV
bit.
shows we're watching. We got
We
some
talked
good discussion of cryptids out of the way,
a little bit of Lovecraft.
a little bit of Lovecraft. Anything else you want to bring up, or what do you got?
Mm. Yeah. I've been doing some baking throughout this quarantine.
Yeah?
Yeah, I did about. I baked like this cinnamon. Like the first thing I baked was like this cinnamon vanilla cake. Although I messed up the instructions because they had this. I had to take the cinnamon brown sugar mixture and leave it to the side, and I had to bake the cake as like a vanilla cake,
Yeah.
and then use the cinnamon sugar and cinnamon brown sugar mixture as like kind of like a thing to make it like a marble cake kind of a thing.
Nice.
But I just mixed that, dumped that sucker in there, and I mixed it up, and it basically became a
So you
vanilla
just
cinnamon
had a
cake.
brown cake.
Yeah, it was really good. It was really really good.
Hey,
Um,
some baking accidents wound up being delicious accidents.
exactly. Yeah. Like I also baked another thing I baked was orange cranberry muffins. Now those are more like a breakfast item. I didn't really put a lot of sugar. The only sweet thing I put in
Yeah,
there was a little bit of honey.
there you go.
Actually, we were out of honey, so I used maple syrup. But you just put some butter on that thing, and you have it. You're good. It's so good. Uh,
Nice.
then I tried my hand at chocolate chip cookies. They didn't come out how I wanted them to, but they tasted freaking amazing. So I will keep that recipe, but I do need to kind of follow the norms of making chocolate chip cookies because I didn't use brown sugar. I used something called jaggery, which is basically what molasses is before it becomes molasses. So
Interesting.
that's what I used. Yeah. So I've been doing that. I've been wanting to make jam in my house. So
Jam.
that, yeah, jam. I say jam, by the way. Do you say jam or jelly?
It's two different things.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, I thought it was the same because I mean, we're not in India,
No,
where I
jam
come
and
from.
jellies. Around here,
Like in
that's
India,
two different things, son.
yeah. Like, see, for us, jam is like what you spread on toast or whatever,
Right.
and jelly is basically like your Jello.
Yeah.
That's what we call jelly.
Around here,
So
so
right here, boy,
around here
taste
in America.
America.
So for me, jelly is always like just one solid thing,
Uh
and
huh.
it is a spread. And jam is like the actual fruit, just like obliterated and packed with sugar, right?
Yeah.
That's what. And then there's preserves, which I don't even know what that's supposed to be.
Oh, those
But
are good, man. Are you kidding me?
let's
I
talk
love
about
preserves.
I'm going to wrap this up by talking about a dumb mistake I made,
Okay.
because it'll be a funny story for somebody out there, and a tale of caution as well.
Okay.
So every Thursday,
Hmm.
me and Timothy do our AEW NXT review, right? It's what we do every week.
Yeah.
This week, or this past week, it had to get uploaded on Friday because we had to do it again. And let me tell you why we had to do it again. So,
Yeah. Yeah. I was wondering. I was like, what the hell happened?
yeah, it was very late. So
Okay.
we did the video.
Uh
We
huh.
recorded the whole thing. It took 45 minutes,
Okay.
and I went to check the video for quality. I played it, and there was no sound at all in the video. So let me tell you what happened.
Oh, that.
I
Oh my God.
We recorded the video for 45
Okay.
minutes with the microphone muted.
Oh my god.
Yes.
Oh my god.
So
I hope you don't do that to this episode, man.
No, we didn't. We definitely didn't. We got this.
That'd be
This is
good.
in. If you can hear me,
Is
they
that?
can hear me because I'm just recording this.
Yeah.
Well, tale of caution: if you're going to do a video, make sure that the mic isn't muted, and
Yeah.
always check every box, even if you think you got it. Check it again.
Yeah. That's true. I've been getting into doing the OBS stuff myself.
Yeah.
I actually did my AEW NXT review with OBS. I just made it I just recorded it. I was thinking about doing a live thing, but I just went ahead and just recorded it. Because I talked about, like, some things happening in the world of wrestling as well. So that's what's happening. And my plan today is to record my predictions for Double or Nothing today,
Nice.
and then put it out on Friday, and then AEW NXT I'll just put it out whenever. But yeah, so like that was that's kind of what my plan is for the day. But
hey man,
with
that,
with that. That's right. Thank you all for watching. Thank you for your support on our first episode, first of all, and on this one. So thank you. Keep listening to Armbar Nerds. Let us know what are some topics you want to hear, because we just might do it.
We'll talk
all right?
about anything.
Yeah, anything and again, that's what anything and everything under the sun. That's what we're trying to do. But
everything under the sun.
That's right.
And on the moon as well.
And on the moon, and just anywhere in this universe.
On the moon, wave at Elon Musk's car as it goes by. Say hi, Elon.
Hey, what's up, Elon?
You're a star.
We'll get him on the show one day. Elon Musk, if you're listening, hit us up. We'll get you on the show. Man, come on. You know what? Fuck it. When we put this episode out, tag Elon Musk. Be like, yo, listen to our shit.
Hey,
get on our freaking show.
If you're listening, harass Elon Musk on Twitter. Tell him to get on our show.
Yeah, exactly. Just do that. Because that's how we do it these days.
Send him DMs.
They're open.
Send him DMs every day. Go on Armbar Nerds. Go until he calls the police on you.
Okay. No, I mean, be careful, but yeah.
Be careful, but yeah.
Right. But anyway, with that being said, thank you all for listening, thank you all for listening, because we're not a video thing. I keep forgetting. But yeah, thank you for listening. Stay safe, stay nerdy, and we will see you guys